last night right at dark. I'm not even sure if we updated, but we got a bull to bugle at us pretty good right at the truck when we were walking out last night. So he's across to pretty good sized drainage, but it's about
not the size of the drainage that concerns me, it's the amount of brush.
yeah, it's
he is in a thick, nasty spot.
but he was bugling pretty good. He responded 3-4 times. And it sounded like a nice healthy bugle, not just a little squeal like what we have been hearing. So we are going to go and give him a wake-up call and try and get him angry. See if he'll come in. It rained. It rained like probably 2 hours ago. It rained pretty good. It was pouring down on the trailer. So I assume that it's going to be another wet morning. Speaking of that, I better get my gaiters on. My hopes are really high this morning, just based on the kind of bugling that bull was doing last night. He was, like I said, he responded 4 or 5 times to our bugles, and it wasn't just a normal, or it wasn't just the typical responses that were just a squeal that we've found here. This was a full-on bugle with chuckles after and everything. So the first time we'd heard one respond like that, so tried to get him as fired up as we could last night. So hopefully he'll still be upset this morning. Hopefully he went to bed angry and he's gonna wake up angry too. We'll see. For the last day here in Oregon, I'd really like to see us get something done. Make this following along of us a little bit more interesting if we actually killed something.
Oh, there he is, right there. Not quite like Idaho, where you can just drop off the hill and go right to the left.
No, in Idaho, we gotta just call him over here.
Oh, that makes a lot. How far is he?
There's
452 yards. That's not bad. Yeah. You shoot it right.
Yeah.
Knock all that water off. We're good. Well, actually, if you can just get him 50 yards closer, I can shoot from here. Yeah, it's brushy enough that, I mean, I don't know if you want to wait till you can see enough to walk this road, but just to get in and try and find about where he's at. Yeah, I think we'll let lighten up a little and get up there on the corner so we can hear him bugle from just 100 yards up there. gonna head into the thick brush and hike around, see if we can find him. And then he'll be fired up, and then we'll shoot him. This is all that 30-year-old stuff. You don't want our part to be that cracked. We should be able to make it through this pretty easily. And then you can just make the whole loop. Just don't worry. I mean, he could have came back up last night. It's pretty steep off there. My guess is he probably stayed down off that face last night. If he's coming up, it's going to be today. It's probably just off that backside if he can't hear us here. Yeah, it dropped down in there. This looks good. I like this 30-year-old stuff. He's got to be right there. He's probably right somewhere off the end right in here. Beaver holes, man, they're leg breakers. Oh, what is it? It's called a mountain beaver. It's a little, I've never seen one alive, but they climb up and you'll see them, they chew these little trees and stuff. Yeah.
You've never seen one alive?
I've never seen one alive in the woods.
But they really exist?
Yeah. Well, they do stuff.
A mountain beaver?
A mountain beaver.
Are they like a groundhog?
It's like a mini groundhog beaver looking thing. Yeah, you have to look it up when you get the term.
Is that their scientific?
There's a hole right there.
Is that their scientific name? Is the mountain beaver?
Yeah.
In Texas, they call them chupacabras.
That's in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico. Well, they're migrating
over the border. That wall.
They call them feral pigs in Texas.
Oh,
That's what they call anything they don't like in Texas.
could just be hippies.
Yeah, I came walking down here, all of a sudden I was sinking to
that
my
one
knee.
right there.
Yeah, there's just holes all over little landmines that the mountain beavers have left.
Yeah, you'll see little trees eventually. They are mountain beavers. That is awesome.
Not only do you have tracker jackers and brush as thick as anything you can imagine, now we have mountain beavers we're dealing with.
Yeah. Ankle breaks.
This Roosevelt elk hunting isn't for just anybody. Got one last chance here. He sure should be able to hear us. We've covered this entire basin. Like 2.5 miles now, circled the entire thing. We're about 200 yards from where he bugled last night on the ridge. Right up on the point. Hope he's down off that backside, just can't hear us from here. If we get up there and don't get a bugle, as he was, I just can't imagine he wouldn't be calling. One thing about the rain here, makes things really quiet, but it still seemed noisy going through all that brush. We've covered 5 miles. Nothing, not a bugle.
The rain only lasted for like 5 minutes, but we get to enjoy it the rest of the day. Because all the rain is all over us.
I think I left some on the branches back there. It actually came off me and got on the branches. That's what, noon, 12:30?
Noon, yeah, 12:30.
No elk bugling.
No talking whatsoever. Just like last night, we came in here and we were like, oh, there's no elk there, no elk there. We would not have come back here had it not been for a screaming bull at the truck. So we came back here and it's
Quiet again.
still no elk.
But we are hopeful that when we get back to the truck, he's going to bugle just like he did last night. Brent tells us that's what they do here. They hang out close to roads. He's just been dragging us into all these deep holes so we can get a taste for it, but he's somewhere. He might be right here. He's just not talking if he is. No nap for us today. We got to find elk.
6, 7 hours left.
It'll happen. I have a good feeling.
Let's go find one of those clear cuts.
Maybe that good feeling was just the dry spot on my back.
Let's go find one of those clear cuts they're talking about. Can't put anything in my pockets. My pockets are just soaked.
Be dry by the time we get back.
All right, well, we gave up on chasing that elk this morning.
This afternoon at 2
This
o'clock.
afternoon at 2 o'clock we gave up on it. Got back to the truck, we went back to camp, kind of packed up some of our stuff. And now we're heading out, last ditch effort to see if we can get one to respond this evening and maybe seal this up, hopefully.
Bottom of the 9th. It's going to take a dumb one to make it happen.
Yeah, so far it's Roosevelt elk 7.
We haven't seen 7 elk.
Elk 1010. That we're going to head out in the morning with everything hooked up and hit one last spot. So we'll update you.
And we're off to Wyoming,
Wyoming is next.
which is going to be a lot more action-filled.
Yes.
I can feel it.
Stay with us. Now, Oregon's been great. Today is a very warm day. Outside temperature is 60, so 60, sunny. I don't see a cloud in the sky for the first time.
You can see the sky for the first time.
Yeah. But Brinker's back up here. He came up, wanted to spend the night with us and get in one elk camp evening together, so
He's driving in front of us, leading the way. He's going to walk out about 100 yards and plop himself down with his bow and see if something comes wandering by, and we're going to go for a little hike.
Leg's doing good. He's hobbling around, so I don't know if he's hobbling around as bad as we are, but but we're not in as much pain, I don't think.
I wouldn't go that far either.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll update you once we get down to where we're headed tonight.
Days old. 3. Pulled the bark off and chewed on it where it was exposed to the air and where it was not. Moisture content was about 70%, so usually 10% a day.
You kidding? You're kidding, yes? Damn, you're really good. He's right around here, dude. Do you remember? You got the map all dialed?
Meet you back here at dark.
Yeah, I'll be at the truck. Probably sitting here. Somebody's bugling down there.
That ain't us.
There's an elk bugling down there, he says.
Really?
Not yet. We're just about to. Okay. We're headed up to this top knob, almost to the top road to head back that way, kind of.
Here's corn.
But yeah, I'm gonna sneak back down there and just stay there till dark.
Okay. We'll start heading back that way.
But you guys won't hurt me. Do whatever you need to do.
It's going to be a while before we get back because we're at the farthest point and we still have to climb up to the road, so
I bet you they end up right where I am at dark, though.
be awesome.
Right.
Okay, good luck. See ya. He's heard one bugle up above him twice. We can't even get through there. Gone nowhere. This is pretty much a suck fest.
Yeah.
The road's 240 yards. We're gonna have to suck for 240 yards and hope that other road's better. Doesn't even have to be open, just be better. This is impassable.
Can't bring a truck up here or a four-wheeler.
Can't even walk through it. Let's try left. jungle. Yikes. Yeah. This is it. I don't know how to get through here. Just feel like running. Is the wind consistent at all? Is the wind consistent at all? Come back in the morning. That was exciting, at least. We had an encounter. If we wouldn't have made a giant, horrendous hike up through the most brushy field we've ever been through, I think we'd had a chance. You wanted to come in and just, we ran out of daylight. So we're gonna go back up camp, get everything packed up except our sleeping bags. We're gonna be here at daylight. We'll have about an hour to give it a shot, see if we can get it done. Came close. Stay tuned. Well, it's daylight. We extended the hunt by an hour or so here. We've got camp all loaded up, the tent trailer's hooked up, and we bombed out of there at 5:30, somewhere in there. Made it down here to where we had the bowl last night. Got so close last night we couldn't just go home without giving it one more try. So we're gonna hike in. It's about a mile on this gated road and get up there and see if he's still there. If he's still there and wants to play, it'll be quick because there's nowhere we're gonna follow him when he leaves.
Yeah.
See if Donnie can get it done. Donnie's shooter today.
Should be good.
So he's primary shooter. I brought some backup.
Yes.
That elk's gonna be surrounded by arrows.
Yeah.
At least bows with arrows on.
He's definitely coming closer to us. Just gotta figure out where he's gonna come out across here. A really big, thick timber patch right here. We don't have much for an opening, so hopefully it comes straight in.
There at least a little.
There's the edge right here.
Trail through there, maybe off the end of the landing.
Yeah. spot as any.
I think if there had been a trail across there, he would have come right in. He tried coming in, he tried coming below, it's just too brushy, and he turned and went back. I think he went over the ridge. We could have kept pushing, but that brush is just brutal. No shooting lane.
No, you don't even have room to put your arrow on your bow.
Turn your head that way. His neck. Well, parting thoughts?
I think that wraps up Oregon Roosevelt hunting.
I don't know, I think we've been wrapped up all week.
Glad we could get one last little 2-mile fight through the brush out before we left.
Well, I'd like to provide a strategy for success. It's kind of hard to do when we aren't successful, but I think to wrap up the hunt and wrap up the strategies for success that have been sponsored by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, a couple key takeaways. Number one, be prepared for brush. If you're going to hunt the coastal range for Roosevelts, whatever you imagine to be the most brutal, awful brush you can even dream of, multiply it by 4 and then be prepared to only be about halfway there. Just moving through it. You hear an elk bugle 300 yards away, and what did we spend? 45 minutes and we made it 200 yards, not even the direction of the elk.
Yeah.
So definitely be aware of that shooting lanes are not the problem, it's moving lanes. We hunted early that first week. I think there's an opportunity to kill elk then, but certainly if I did it again, I'd wait and come back the time like the 5th to the 8th and hunt through the 12th through the 15th, somewhere in there. Just yesterday was the first bull we've had fired up, and I think from here on out it's going to get better. The full moon's going away, weather's going to be cooling off, so I've definitely hunted a little later. The bulls are response, like when you can get in, they'll bugle. So I think everything we do for hunting Rockies is applicable for hunting Roosevelts during the rut. Early season, I think your best bet is sit a wallow in the evenings. Trail cameras that were out that we checked were being hit like 6:30.
Find a local resource that you can talk to.
Yeah, if we'd have come over here blind, it would have been. We were very fortunate that we knew Brinker, and he was able to hunt with us for a couple days, and then he lined us up with Brent, who knows the area really well. But, you know, using a resource like Go Hunt was valuable just to be able to see, you know, herd dynamics. Obviously, this is a low-density Roosevelt area. It's brushy. There's a ton of public land. But Go Hunt's a good resource. OnX, we couldn't have made it around here without OnX, the OnX app. That was just, I mean, just coming down off of this hill 180 yards, you don't know what direction you're moving in that brush. And so being able to mark a point, whether you actually go there or not, but putting a waypoint and then saying go to, as our trails through the brush are zigging and zagging, we can at least keep a reference point.
Yeah, 200 yards to this side is totally thick brush. 200 yards to that side is totally thick brush. If we got off of this little opening that we could see.
200 yards or 2 yards?
Yeah, I guess it's only 20 over there.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's been fun. We've learned a new area. We've been humbled. We've had an opportunity. We've had 2 other, what I'd consider call-ins.
Yep.
is definitely, I think, realistically, we need 5 to 8 opportunities to be successful. We just didn't have those opportunities. I failed on one golden opportunity. It would have been my only opportunity and should have been a done deal. We were so close last night, just ran out of daylight. And then today the bull's still here, he's still fired up, but he's 300 yards over, and just literally this draw is, we couldn't get through it, so we turned back. Partway through it, he was coming to us, but he couldn't get through it, and it's just hard for them to feel safe coming through that much brush. But go home and shower, reload,
Do some laundry.
head to Wyoming. Meeting Dirk over there. We'll hunt, we'll be hunting 1, 2, 3, probably 3 days, and he should be showing up on the 4th day. He's hunting with Born and Raised down in Colorado, land of the free. Be sure and go and check out Born and Raised on YouTube. They've started their Land of the Free V2, which we were fortunate to be a part of that last year. Dirk's hunting with them this year, and I'm thinking next year.
I think that we heard that they got a bull down over here in Oregon.
Yeah.
So they were
Sound like a
successful.
tough week for them too.
Yep.
I think they're used to putting more animals on the ground in a week of hunting over here. So.
Yeah.
But Wyoming is going to be exciting. It's always exciting. It's good bugling action. We get to hunt our style. No obstacles like brush. So thanks for tuning in. As always, be sure and like the videos, even though I haven't had a whole lot of action. Hopefully you've been able to share in our pain and maybe learn a little bit as we learned on this hunt. Like it, share it, and be sure to comment. We're going to go through the comments. When this series is done on YouTube, we're going to go through the comments each day. So comment every day on these videos. We're going to pick a winner every day. And some days it'll be a pair of crispy boots. We gave away one on day 3, day 4, somewhere in there. So go back, comment on that. Every day that we aren't giving away a bigger prize, we're giving away a Bully Bull grunt tube from Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls with the custom Elk 101 subalpine bugle tube cover and the brand new diaphragm that we're coming out with in 2019 from Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls, the Elk 101 series. Every single day somebody's going to win. We're just going to randomly pick from the comments. So leave some comments.
YETI Panga.
I was just going to say, and today, every hunt we go on, we're going on 4 hunts. Every hunt, at the end of it, we're giving away a YETI product. They've got an incredible duffel bag, the YETI Panga 100. It's 100% waterproof. It's durable, awesome duffel. So somebody's going to win that today. This episode, comment below. We're going to give that away. And then in Wyoming, as soon as we're successful, we're going to give away a YETI 210, which is their monster cooler. An entire elk will fit in there, quartered with the quarters with the bones in. So front line, we aren't taking it home full on this trip, but next trip we're giving away a YETI 210. So thanks for following us. Stay tuned, because the next video you see is going to be us in bugling action in Wyoming.
Yeah. So close. So close.
But it's over.
It's over.
We're going home. Roosevelt elk hunting beat us, and we're going home with our tags unfilled.
Yes.
It's hard to swallow.
Yeah, especially with that kind of a day.
Yeah, I came so close. That was, and that's the hard part. You look back now, and it's real easy. It's like, why did we go? Last night we had that bull bugle right at dark. We went back there and he didn't bugle at daylight the next morning. We should have left right then.
Yeah.
But we got sucked in till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We covered so much country in there. If that bull would have been in there, he would have, he was talking. He was screaming his head the night before. And now we're in there the next morning and he doesn't answer. So what do? We get sucked in and we spend 8 hours looking for him.
Yeah.
Not on the last day. Not on your last day. Don't make that mistake.
Go to something that is a sure thing instead of.
You have to have an encounter.
Yeah.
And we did not make any. You can't make an encounter happen if an elk's not there. So that's our lesson for today. Was we should have cut losses and went to Plan B right then, because we went back to camp. We got things loaded up. We went to Plan B, and come to find out there's a bull bugling there.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough time to make it happen. Had we been there that morning, I think we'd have made it happen. We'd have just, we wouldn't have been as rushed. So we sprinted down the road there and got up there. That bull came in hot. He was 200 yards and he covered that distance in 3 minutes. Came to 6 yards. I mean, I couldn't see him, so I don't know he was at 6 yards, but where I could hear him moving, and I'm on one side of the ferns and he's on the others, and the ferns are 8 feet high, he was right there at 6 or 8 yards. And I've hunted a lot of different places. And I can honestly say, if I would have been in any place I have ever hunted in my life other than right there, we'd have killed that elk. But solid wall of ferns and brush and
Blackberries.
couldn't. That poor thing. He walked through the middle of all that. And if he had come 6 more feet, he'd have been standing on that skid road we were on. And
These things are so tall, and there's a bunch of bears in that area. And about waist high, there's these little tunnels that those bears have just, it's the size of a bear's body, where they just walk right through it. And we didn't fit through it so well.
we walk upright, we found out. Well, we're supposed to walk upright. It's much more comfortable.
Yeah.
But no, we got back. It didn't work out, but we knew that bull was fired up. And we got back and packed up camp that night, other than our sleeping bags. Got up early the next morning, loaded everything up, closed the tent trailer down, hooked up, and this place that we hunted was on our way out on our drive home. So we got 2 more hours the next morning chasing that bull. Well, we didn't chase him. He was bugling 400 yards across from us, and we tried for 2 hours to find a path to get over him. It was so frustratingly brushy, just couldn't do it. So we're done with Oregon. And,
Yes.
I think it's easy to sit right here 3 months later and look back on that hunt and come up with strategies that we could have altered, we should have altered. It's just so tough in the heat of the moment
Yeah.
to say, hey, let's pull up and go over here. Looking back now, it's like, man, we should have not spent that day here. Or these are the 2 areas where we were into elk. Why did we leave and go to another area? And some of that. But we were hunting full moon. We were hunting early. The elk hadn't started talking until those last 2 days, really. A lot stacked against us. But we learned a ton. We'll be back.
Definitely.
We'll be back chasing Roosevelt elk. We'll go a little later in the season. But
Now we are headed to Wyoming.
But before we leave, every series, so the Oregon series, the Wyoming series, we've got 2 series in Idaho, so 4 different mini series components of the Destination Elk series. We're going to give away something big. And we kind of made up our mind that if we're successful, if we fill a tag, we're going to give away a YETI 210 cooler, which is their big, that's a cooler we're sitting on here. You can fit a whole elk in it on the quarters. So we're going to give one of those away every hunt that we're successful. And if we aren't successful, we're giving away a YETI Panga 100, which is their waterproof, great big duffel. You stuff anything in there and you can float it down the river with you. Like literally put it in the river and float it. It's
really cool
that
bags.
waterproof. So keeps your stuff dry. We just threw all our gear in the back of the truck. Didn't have to worry about covering it. And we've got one of those to give away. So leave a comment today, right down below here on YouTube. Just leave a comment. What do you think of this series? What do you think about Oregon Roosevelt? What do you think about how we approached it, how we hunted it? Just leave a comment. And we're going to pick one of the comments and give you a YETI Panga 100 duffel. But we're on our way to Wyoming.
Thanks for following along on all these too. It's
Yeah.
nice to see everybody's interaction and know that there's people out there watching.
Like I said, interaction and not action. 'Cause
Yeah.
We haven't brought much elk hunting action yet.
Yeah.
But we're on the way to Wyoming and fairly confident Wyoming's our money spot. It's just classic elk country. It's where we want to be.
Get to meet up with Dirk.
Dirk will be coming up, and Wyoming elk.
Yes.
Rut's going to be kicking in. Moon's going away. It's going to be good.
So, and there's no ferns.
No ferns, no brush. We can see. We have shooting lanes like 40 yards, and
Yeah.
so
Hopefully we don't hit any limbs or anything that deflect
bring
arrows.
that back up.
I'm just going to rub it in for a couple of days, then maybe it'll be your turn.
That limb like totally just jumped up out of nowhere right at the I think I scared the limb,
Yeah.
and it jumped up in front of my arrow.
Yeah.
Thanks. We'll bring some more action in Wyoming. But thanks for being here with us. Thanks for following. Thanks for your comments. Keep them coming. Just a reminder, if you haven't signed up for the University of Elk Hunting online course, you can save 20%. And Donnie said you get a free t-shirt.
Free t-shirts.
This one, Destination Elk t-shirt. So Destination is the code. Just go to elk101.com, follow the links for the online course, get signed up, enter the discount code Destination in the order comments. Let us know what size shirt you wear when you sign up for the online course, and we'll send you a free shirt. You save 20% and get a free shirt.
15% off on the
All
online
apparel.
store.
Yeah, if you go to, not
Oh,
careful.
On all apparel on the online
All
store.
Elk 101 apparel on the Elk 101 store, which is elk101store.com. Use the code Destination there, and you're going to save 15% on that apparel.
Yep.
But we are going to have some awesome deals coming up really soon on gear. Black Friday's coming up soon.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, we're out of here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.